Thursday night here on Crit and Miss. I will be your disembodied vocal host this evening. I'm Mark Hillman. We are here for another episode of Worldrender with the usual suspects, Jason, Elric, and Fizzcannon. We're going to play some D&D for you all. Hey, Sax, good to see you. Thanks for joining us yet again. Good to see you every week, my friend. So we've got some fun times. You guys just saved a giant from a bunch of undead.
That we did.
There's often benefits to doing things like that.
Well, the giant wants to be your friend now, so that's a plus.
Like I said, yeah, it's good to be friends with a giant. They're really big.
They are. They're quite big.
If they're on your side and you're careful where they step, it's usually pretty good.
I mean, usually you want them to be careful where they step.
Yeah, but it's a mutual effort. You try and stay out from under their feet. They try not to step on you.
So the complete opposite of, like, say, a pet cat.
Exactly, yes. I think she's trying to collect insurance money.
I think at times would be a bad thing to be friends with a giant.
Oh dear, Sax. A difficult day of D&D. Yeah. Okay, we've got friends with giants.
Did one of yous die, or did you die? It's always puts a downer on the day. Other than us, we don't care.
We know all about that here. Oh man, I'm not sorry, guys.
Hey,
it's all in fun, man.
It started out in episode in the first season where we killed each other, so.
Well, some of us did.
One of those. Like, you can do what you want as long as it's this.
Oh, what, he got railroaded?
Here, but you've got to go east.
Right. Feel for you, man. Well, we'll do our best just to deliver a fun time story, but no one's getting railroaded. The only thing I'm going to railroad them into is getting eaten by something, but that's part of the course around here. We know this. Like, you know.
But if it helps, we'll all be terribly silly while it happens.
Little brother, you should know better than to be silly. Oh wait, sorry, that was a little bit early. So anyway, you guys made friends with a giant, and his mammoth companions. Yeah. I do believe you mentioned that you were here looking for help to deal with the lich that's up north, and the giant was quite pleased to hear this because they're starting to have undead problems. And he said the leaders of the stronghold would definitely want to meet you, and he's happy to take you there post haste. And you should be able to make it there by nightfall. If you get a mosey on. That's not to say you can't like hang about for a minute, bandage wounds, patch up, take a short rest, that kind of thing. The immediate threat has passed. What I will get though is, can everyone make me a perception check? While you're, I remember we had conversations with the giant and stuff like that. So
does this involve smell?
No, it does not.
It does not. Okay.
No.
I'll make a flat roll. And 15 for me.
Okay.
That would be a 27.
Yang knows what's going on. In another continent.
Fizz?
I rolled, it was a 14, sorry.
Sorry, yeah. Excellent.
Do you want our extras to roll?
Nah, it's fine. It's gonna just be for you guys. I think only Taiji's gonna notice this initially. Like while you're hanging about and stuff. You guys would both pick up on it like a little bit later. Or you pick up on different elements of it. All the things you fought, like the most recent things, were like mostly incorporeal, so they faded away when you destroyed them. But there is still the matter of the rotting zombie corpses. Now, the stench hasn't gone anywhere, but Kadam and Ralph, you'll notice that the bodies seem to have decomposed very quickly, and there's really nothing left of them anymore. Taiji, you will notice that in the places where their bodies were, the snow and the ground is now permanently blackened, almost with like an oily kind of consistency.
Okay.
So if I bring you guys back over to that map.
Does anyone have a chemistry kit?
God.
No, not to make something. Literally just to use the glass tubes to actually
grab some.
To actually, yeah. Take a sample. I've only got smith's tools and woodcarver's tools. You can't carry much.
I got alchemist.
That'd have the stuff you want for that then.
Yeah, I do have. I'm pretty sure in my inventory I have some glass beakers in there. Yes, I got some vials in there. So I will carefully take a sample of. But before I do, you'll see my my face go sort of vacant, and after a few seconds, my eyes sort of like blink, and I'm now a different person.
That's nice. Switched over. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. So, yep, you're going to take a sample of some of this flick on the ground, I guess we can call it. Yep, sure. Can you roll me sleight of hand on your collection to be careful to not touch it, please?
Yeah. That's not a good roll. That's even shitter.
Oh, yeah, that's not great. So you reach down, you're trying to scoop some up, and it's almost like it's moving away from the glass.
I was going to say, because I wouldn't be touching it. I would have used a stick to like scoop some into the vial. But...
Okay, that's fine. So as you're doing this, you can see it's kind of like starting to move away from the vial, and what you're trying to do, like that the ground sort of like it sort of like curls and moves and shifts, almost tendril-like movement.
I'll just want to say that I'm watching intensely while that happens. That's interesting.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, it sort of twirls up the stick, like lashes out, extends from where it is. It's almost like this amorphous mass growing up the stick towards you and latches onto your hand. I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Ew. Con save. Oh, that's even worse.
Oh, don't get turned into a vampire.
You're going to take 7 necrotic damage. And 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh crap!
Wait, didn't it move away from him?
No, then it come back up.
No, it was moving away from the vial that he was trying to capture it in, and then it wrapped itself around the stick and grabbed hold of his hand. As it does that, like you can just feel it sapping your strength out of you, and then it sort of lets go and slithers back into the ground.
Most concerning.
So I didn't get any of it in the vial at all?
Nope.
Loser.
Do you want to try it around?
No, I'm just looking at them and shaking my head as they chase fucking. Even the zombie girls don't want his wood, right? Yeah, I'm just shaking my head and patching wounds.
Can I softly grab the vial off him and just grab another stick with my trunk and just... Oh, that's a terrible idea. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try it, but with my awesome trunkle dexterity.
I'm here for this. Roll me sleight of hand. I'll give you advantage because you know what might be about to happen.
Well,
right, so this time I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from you. Is this one sees you coming somehow. You have no idea, but as soon as you plunge the stick with the bow towards it, kind of two tendrils jump out from it, wrap immediately like spiraling double helix fashion around the stick, and one goes up a nostril each trunk.
20.
Okay, so you passed your con save, so that's good. You're not going to take a level of exhaustion. You are still, however, going to take...
Can I sneeze?
No.
Sure, this will probably make me sneeze too. You are still, however, going to take... what is it? 9 necrotic damage. I believe you're resistant, so that'll be halved to 4.
Okay.
And that's already halved for passing your save.
Now, seeing that happen, I'm just gonna say, just hold that out for a minute, and I'm going to cast Mage Hand, and I'm going to get it to grab some, and just fly into the beacon, and then we can put the top on.
Okay, so you're going to use your Mage Hand to attempt to do this now. Okay,
Yep.
Cool. Give me a just a spellcasting attack modifier roll. So D20 plus spellcasting attack modifier.
I imagine myself just sitting with the giant, watching these foreigners to the land.
Alright.
22.
Not even close.
That's a 22.
Not even close. Your hand tries to grab, as soon as it starts trying to grab at it, this stuff is like, again, bending, moving, dipping out of the way. Impossibly so sometimes.
Don't think we're going to get any of this shit.
I think you're right. It's time to cut our losses.
No.
You don't know what you're trying to do anyway.
If it runs away from you, just put the bowl in front of it.
I'll pass him the ball.
And I like elbow the giant, like watch this.
Eric just shakes his head and he's like, I think you should stop playing with things you don't understand.
How else are they gonna understand it?
I'm just trying to make myself sneeze, by the way, as I say, point taken. I told you bad idea. No, you didn't.
And you'll see, I'll take the vial back, stuck it back in my inventory, and then you'll see my eyes dim again. And I flick back over. Take 9 damage off there. And...
See, Ralph could use some recovery.
Yeah, that's why I'm egging you guys on.
Not getting involved at all.
And then
I'm literally just like wrapping up wounds while you guys are playing with the zombie mud.
And then you see me touch myself, and I cast Lesser Restoration on myself, just in case anything fucking happens.
You touched yourself. I bet that felt divinal.
And I take it dealing with exhaustion.
Yes, please.
Well played.
Well, he must not have touched himself well enough.
Yeah, I touched myself and gave me some much needed energy.
While we're all walking around touching people, I'm going to cure wounds on Ralph. Only 1 level, because I don't think I have many. Oh no, I've got plenty of second level. I'm going to take a second level.
Just so you're aware, you haven't gone anywhere yet, and we did talk about the possibility of you taking a short rest. Which this stuff isn't moving towards you, it's not a danger if you just step around it. So.
Oh yes.
Just hang.
Just at this. Okay, I'll hang. Oh, chill.
Just like
you're welcome to cast your spell, but...
Oh, okay, I'm doing it. Just in case something creeps up on us during a short rest.
You're absolutely welcome to. I'm just saying, you're like, you haven't started going anywhere yet, so you're free to do whatever you like. Eric suggests. Hey?
Oh, sorry, 8 health to Ralph.
Thank you.
It's not much, but it will go toward better stuff when you start a short rest.
Eric sort of moves over towards his mammoth friends, and he's checking on them. He begins patching up, some wounds on one of them, and lets you know that he's like, we should probably head off soon, but I need to tend to my friends here. So, if you'd like to take a moment, see you soon. And he sort of wanders over and starts working on patching them up. So if you would like to take a short rest...
Can I actually help him patch them up instead?
I mean, why not both?
Okay.
If you want to heal Ralph and then go over and help him with them, sure. I'll appreciate the help.
Oh, no, I don't mean that. I mean as in, like, I've already healed Ralph. That's already a foregone conclusion. Yeah. We were going to short rest while he tends to the mammoths, but I was going to offer to help with the mammoths instead of short resting.
Okay, yeah, cool. In that case, I was only going to roll half of each of their hit dice, like at most, so I'll allow them to roll as much as they need to get up to full. So it's not really going to matter. I'll just allow you to give up your short rest to make sure all of these guys are fully recovered over theirs.
Like, while I say all this, I'm sitting on like 128 hit points, so I'm not that worried.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be fine. Don't forget as well, San and Robar can also roll hit dice. They have like 13 of them, same as you guys do. Robar doesn't need it. Dan seems to be like 6 HP down, so he'll should only need 1 or 2. You'll have to track them manually, I'm afraid. Same deal for Bucket.
I'm still trying to heal myself, to be honest.
Fair. Fair.
I did it. It took every hit die I had.
Wow.
How do we do our Robars?
Where it says hit points in their sheet, or stat block, there'll be a number, and then there'll be a number with a D. So like with Bucket, if she has hit points is 130, then it says 13d10 plus 48.
Yeah.
So that means she's like a level 13, so she has 13 of those dice. They're d10s. And the plus 48 is going to get confusing because you have to divide that by the 13 to figure out what your con mod is. Or you can just look at your con mod. It's plus 2. So d10 plus 2 would be Bucket's hit die, and you roll that.
But he doesn't need it, he's fully healed, so he's fine. But he's got... Robot has 17 d8 plus 10, so his con mod is plus 2, and he's got a d8, and he's got 17 of them. So, d8 plus 2 up to 17 times.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
So just checking, is that d6 plus 30 when he...
Yeah, so that's his total amount of con, so he's got plus 2 on his con. He's got 15
gotcha.
d6 hit dice, so
his
it can
hit
roll.
dice is still just their normal amount. Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's a d6, but it's a d6 plus 2 for Sam, for each one that he rolls, and he's got 15
in that case, he brought himself to 89 out of 90. Because I think resting while I was tending to the mammoths.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, so like you see how on Sam's it's 15 d6 plus 30, right? His con mod is plus 2. 15 times 2 is 30. So it's literally just the plus on the end of that is just the thing. The total con for however many he has. Alright, so everyone seems to be a bit better topped up and stuff, so that's good. Also very, very good. With that, everyone being patched up, Eric offers to begin leading you towards the stronghold. It says at a regular pace it should take the rest of the day to get there. So you should get there just on nightfall, or just after.
We shall
Right, you
follow.
don't get too late.
We shall follow in your gargantuan steps.
Nods and starts heading off with Topher and Grace in tow, and starts heading off to the north and winding up through the hills and
Might
the
I
forest.
interject? Just as he steps away, he is, "You trying to suck up? That's kind of weird, man."
That's one. So yeah, you guys able to make pretty good progress. You don't have any more issues with undead, as far as you see, anyway.
They never got a sample.
No, we didn't get a sample.
No,
We tried.
you're welcome to try it. You're welcome to keep trying. You don't have to leave right now.
I want to try. Just watch them
cool.
fail repeatedly. Yeah, I want to try.
Absolutely, go for your life.
Well, you can learn from all our lessons.
You can take a different approach, do the same thing. See how your royals do.
Yeah, so the only thing I know is when they approached it, it moved away from them. I suggested putting a bowl to where they think it would move away from them. And then, yeah, so that's all I'm going to do. So I'll walk to one side, put a bowl, and then walk back around to their side, and then approach slowly, with maybe the pike kind of scare it back, so to speak.
I love it. That's cool. All right. Give me an intimidation check.
Yes. I do that. 18. And I think I get a D4? Might be crazy. No, an 18.
Okay. So it does move away from you, and you notice as well that as it sort of seems to get pushed towards the bowl, it splits around that. But unlike with everybody else, it doesn't lash out at you.
Oh yeah, this is bullshit. I'll leave the bowl.
out of character, I think the DM doesn't want us to get this shit.
No, the DM has a set DC that none of you have hit yet. So RV. You're welcome to keep trying, but there may be consequences. It's entirely up to you.
Yeah, I would try one more time. I'm going to put the vial down on the ground and use my mage hand again to try and just like quickly grab it and throw it into the vial.
Go ahead and make that spellcasting attack check, please.
Seeing the zombie goo split and go around my bowl is enough to make me quit.
13.
Cool. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please? As while you were busy doing that, you were distracted by the fact that there was another pile right by your foot, and some of it just like shoots straight up your leg, wraps around and like digs into your knee. That's going to be a fail.
Does that work? I'm not going to be able to. I don't want to stand next to it. I've seen what it did to me the first time.
You didn't notice that bit.
Okay.
It might have spread some from somewhere else. Like, your stuff can move, remember? So that's going to be 20 necrotic damage and a level of exhaustion.
Hey, what about like the turn undead?
You can try that.
I pretend to do it. Almost mockingly.
It doesn't seem to be fooled.
No, it wasn't for them.
I know.
It was for the other guys.
I'll just be like, and switch back to my cleric and cast Lesser Restoration again.
Sure.
It'll be No
And
exhaustion.
or
And I'm just like, I'm done. That's
Can I
me done.
get-
I'm
one last experiment.
Oh, man.
One last experiment. I'm gonna stand a little bit away from one so it can't reach me,
Uh-huh.
and then try turn undead on it.
Sure. Go for your life.
Now, where is it?
Wait, don't you still have some in your nose? Like, we already have it.
just sneeze into the container.
Yeah,
Didn't
like your
think-
trunk is the vial.
Oh yeah, just put my nose in the vial.
Nothing
Neat.
comes out.
Oh fuck. In that case,
You freaking ate it. I knew you'd eat
I'll
it.
go back to my plan. And
Yeah.
where is it on the list?
In
Do I
your
even
features,
have turn undead?
features and traits.
All clerics have turn undead. I believe
Okay.
it costs you channel divinity to do it.
Yeah, features and traits.
Yeah, so you can only do it once a rest. Maybe more at higher levels, but you
Twice,
don't have full
yeah.
cleric levels, so.
So yeah, I'll try it out and see what
Alright.
that does to this ooze. See if it is undead.
No problem. Turn undead usually requires a wisdom save from the creature, correct?
Yep.
All the creatures within the aura. Alright, so there isn't going to be a save roll per se. What's the range on turn undead? Is it like 30 feet?
30 feet.
30 feet.
So as soon as you do this, you're going to see every puddle of this stuff within 30 feet if you start to shiver and quake and begin to sort of it almost looks like it's about to seep into the ground, like it's trying to get away, but the energy of the thunderous, sort of that's been caused by for anyone's guess chord seems to lock them in place for a moment, and then it just purges it all from existence. It seems to fade into nothing. The ground returns to normal. So give me 2 seconds just to measure 30 feet around you.
Did you cast Destroy Undead? You were supposed to do Turn Undead.
I did do turn undead.
I take out a pen. Ready to note. Need a new cleric. Next time I see a mailbox.
Let's say you clear out that kind of much of it. And it's just so there's still a little bit left in the corner, but you seem to have cleansed a whole bunch of whatever the fuck that just was from existence.
Wow. Amazing. You didn't like that at all. I believe this may be useful. What you talk about, little man? Well, this gets rid of large amounts. What if we can turn undead in large amounts of undead? It might purge this particular thing from it. Make it normal. Either normal undead, or what it was before. I don't know. That's my thoughts.
Maybe when we killed stuff, I think it was coming back, so maybe if we use that again once we've killed a heap of stuff, they won't come back.
Yes, exactly.
Interesting. I will have to pray to Paylor on this, I think.
How about you, Eric? You praying anybody?
Sometimes. Usually I just like to, tend to the hills and make things. I like making things. And with that, he'll kind of turn to start. He'll turn to start heading off up the path. Come on, it's this way. We should probably start moving.
And I'll start following along.
Wait, so like I said, he will lead you along a winding path up around sort of the base of this hill that you guys are in the foothill, in the lower sections of, and it's kind of a fairly wooded hill. A lot of evergreen trees, snow covered. The path winds gently around it, gets higher and higher through the day. And you seem to be winding towards, what will probably be the crest, the top of the hill eventually. But as you get towards the top, the forest sort of thickens up a little bit, and it becomes more of a, you're moving through a forested path, and there are clearings here and there. And it's coming on to probably late afternoon at this stage. You've probably got another couple of hours travel before you actually reach the giant stronghold. Which Eric says is, at the top of the hill. And he hopes that, hopes that there's some mead waiting at the tavern because it's been a long day. Now, as you're going along, could I get everybody to make me a perception check, please?
A smelly one?
No, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Ew. I got a 1.
Ew.
21.
Okay, that's good. We're going on. Start with there. We get perception from you, Ralph?
No. Because the player didn't even hear.
Yeah. Thank you. Sorry.
16.
Okay, cool. Alright, so you're going to notice as you guys are moving into a clearing, that the path up ahead seems to get increasingly narrow. Like it might be time to smash away through a little bit. And Eric doesn't seem to have noticed. He's just pushing on ahead.
In that case, since I've got a, what's his weapon? Little sand. It's some kind of blade. Can't look him up right now, but sand definitely has some kind of blade up on my canopy.
Mm-hmm.
And he could probably chop as we go.
Sure. All right. So you want to get up front and head up to the section that's blocked off and have Sand start hacking away.
Yeah, that might work.
What's everyone else want to do as he's heading up to do this? Eric will let you take the lead. He can't believe he didn't notice. He's okay.
Well, so we probably have an issue. The cart. If he just took us to a craggy. Yeah, I'm kind of screwed here with the cart. Is there another way?
It's not craggy. It's just thicker kind of forest. Hang on, I'll bring it across. I've got another map that's kind of.
It's woods. I was picturing we were going up
woods.
a mountain. I was picturing like rock, snow, and he's like following his footpath. But for us, it's like you got to break it.
Exactly.
Break it loose. Like a. Yeah, I don't know. I guess
you,
you just climb
you,
over it
you got
anyway.
you got this kind of thing going on. If I bring you over here, I'll move it ahead.
It's bushes.
And
I get it now. It's different, right?
yeah, yeah, they're trees. They're sizable trees. Could sell it to move up ahead to do that, and this is where you guys find yourself. You've entered into this clearing, and up the top, north here, like you see, it's there are other pathways as well. There seems to be one leading out to the west. But then the way you're trying to go north is it just appears to be blocked by like a narrowing of the path slightly, not enough to block the cart, but there's a overgrowth on the path that needs to be cut away, which Yahsob and Sand seem to be all over.
Yeah, I think I'm just in the back with the cart.
Great.
Yeah, that's it. He'll be trimming down what I can't just knock over. And we should be good.
Alright. Anyone else coming to help? I think these guys will merge into the middle of the field at least.
I mean, does it look like a big project? Like it's time to like get saws and shit out of the cart? Like,
Nah, like it's machete hacking job for a couple of minutes for a couple of strong people. Like
Yeah, okay.
if you wanted to make it faster, but it's not going to take ages either. Like 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe tops.
yep, fair. Wait.
Alright, sweet. Alright. Well, so you guys are heading up there, Jeff, to do the thing. I'll bring you up to here. Everyone else is hanging out there and waiting for you to do the thing. So who's going first? And what are you doing? It's just when you get there, it's just like a lot of the trees, the path narrows. Like I said, the cart will fit through, but the branches are growing kind of low on this trunk, and they're crossing the path and meshing in with each other. So you just need to hack off like maybe 10 or 15 branches that are like maybe 2 or 3 inches thick.
Okay, so here's what I've got in mind, right? Now, Stan's not terribly strong, but he has some kind of blade.
Mm-hmm.
And Yahsob is without a blade, but is terribly strong. So Yahsob can just like grab branches and snap them off. Anything he can't just grab and snap off, then his little buddy will just chop away at it with his little blade. I dare say he's probably what is he carrying? What's he got here? Frost bomb. That won't get through plants. Mechanical longbow. Oh, doesn't he have a blade anymore? He used to have a blade. He used to have a
It should still have something. Short sword probably, because his dex is better.
Bow saw.
That'd do it. It doesn't actually.
String.
But either way, yeah, he'll be chopping through with whatever he's got to hand.
Right.
And I'll be just snapping off branches like a great big angry elephant.
No problem. Just give me 2 seconds.
While I see him doing that, I'll be like, would you like me to blast that away for you?
Mark,
Yes.
I'm going to grab my pike or javelin or whatever. I'm just at the ready to launch that shit into the giant in case this was a setup.
Okay. So you both swinging at the same time, Jeff?
Probably separate the two swings so that he doesn't hit my hands and trunk with the blade, but yeah.
I need to know who's swinging first.
Okay, so let's say he chops, I snap. He chops, I snap. And we'll
Alright,
do 1, 2, 1, 2.
On the first swing, the blade bites into one of these branches and gets stuck. And he's like yanking at it and he can't get it out.
That's where I just snap the branch.
Okay, you grab hold of the branch with your trunk, your hands.
Probably hands. That's where there's more strength.
Your hands grab hold of the branch and attempt to snap it.
Yes.
Make me a strength check, please. Athletics.
Athletics. In that case, we should add 5 to this roll, so 24.
Yeah, cool. So you snap the branch, and like so, one side is attached to the tree, and the other side is like now free of the tree, but both sides are now stuck to your hand.
Stuck
You
to my
can't
hand.
you can't let them go. Try as you might.
Oh dear.
I mean, at least you might be able to, but you'd have to try. Like,
Oh,
I'm gonna need an athletics check.
okay, here comes athletics. Not great. 8.
Yeah, no, you can't seem to get your hand free of the tree that is now stuck to, or shake loose the branch that's now stuck to your other hand.
We might have a problem here.
And with that,
Yeah.
everybody roll initiative, please.
My hand's stuck to my wood. I don't think I'll get my advantage here somehow. I'll just roll that.
Well, yeah. You've got a natural fucking tree trunk that sticks to shit in your hand you can swing at. You just stick them all, and then I'll fucking blast them. It's initiative.
How is it stuck? Does it feel like a resin or something?
Yeah, like it's sticky.
Right, so it's not frosty stuck, it's glue
No,
stuck.
it's glue stuck.
Right. So pouring water on it won't work.
Couple of other changes. 1 second, please. Oh. Alright, who's up first? Yeah, get on, you're up. You're stuck to a tree. What do you want to do?
Righty.
Also, Taiji, I need to add, I think I've still got your old token, so what do you roll?
3.
Yay. There we go. Sorted Bucket gets her own initiative, I do believe, so I need to add her to combat tracker.
And Robar.
Add Robar. Let's add Sam. Who's actually going first? Still Kadam. Yeah, you're right first, Kadam. You're stuck to a tree. And
Right.
his blade is, but he's not. Sam, that is. But it's your
Right.
turn.
So I've got one hand stuck to a tree and one hand stuck to a piece of wood. Fuck.
That's correct. A piece of wood is probably large enough to effectively act as an improvised club. But is otherwise, and your hands are wrapped around it, like your fingers are wrapped around the.
How big
Yeah.
is this tree?
I like where you're going with this. So I'm gonna roll dice. Like you see the size of the tree trunks around you on this map.
Yep.
So
Oh dear.
just keep that in mind.
Yeah, I was worried about that.
It's like 160 feet tall.
Right. Could be a problem.
So that's fucking huge for a tree, you know.
Yeah, that is.
I thought, oh, it's a 50-meter tree. It's a big tree.
50 meters high.
This
That's a
may
fucking
be a
tall tree.
futile effort, but what I'm gonna do is
No, it's within the realm of actual reality. So it's fine.
Here's what I'm thinking. Kind of try to pull one hand away from the tree while I use the log to try and smash the wood around my hand to try and knock the bark off the tree to actually not just try to take the bark instead of my finger.
Okay, I want two things from you then. And this is a little bit of a tweak, but I'm wrong with things. I want an athletics check, and I want an attack roll with an improvised club. So just I don't know if you're proficient with improvised weapons. It'll just be a D20 plus your strength modifier.
Yeah. So let's start with D20 plus. Oh wait, that's just a strength test. I'll just roll that.
Yeah, just roll strength. That's fine.
Oop.
Why is your strength only +1?
Because it's only 12.
Jesus, I thought you were a barbarian. Okay, well, yeah, that bounces ineffectually off the tree and makes a resounding thwack. And,
it's big. It's only a 12 because we haven't given him greater restoration yet.
Oh, yeah, right, you got sapped. Gotcha. Gotcha. This is going to be fun. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Maybe if you were angry, you would have had a better shot at it, but you didn't get angry yet. So that's a fail and ineffectual thwacking with the stick. You have a bonus action left, but you can't move. You're currently grappled.
Yes. Let's see now. There's not much I can do with a bonus action, I don't think. Oh, there's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon and get it to attack the tree.
I love it.
Absolutely. Go for it.
I was like, he's gonna say rage. After all this, he's gonna say rage.
Yeah, cool. It hits the tree with the resounding thunk, but doesn't seem to really do much damage to it. That's not high enough, I'm afraid.
Right. Okay, well, I guess that's me. I'm just gonna call out, "The tree is sticky! Don't touch it!"
Good call. Alright, with that... the mammoth on the left-hand side trumpets out, seemingly in response to your warning, and stands still. It's Bucket's turn. What would Bucket like to do?
I mean, nothing. It's so far. It's just kid dumb messing with a branch he's supposed to be clearing.
Yeah, love it. Alright, it's Sand's turn. Now, Sand is not stuck to the tree, but his sword definitely is probably hanging out of the branch that you're stuck to. That's still attached to the tree, I reckon.
Right. So... I don't know what the hell Sand's gonna do in this situation. So... I think all he can really do is forsake his lost tool and just kind of step back a bit. get away from whatever this is in case something... that's what he'll do. He'll get back and he'll hold action to attack with his bow.
Action to attack what?
Anything that comes out of the trees, if this is a trap.
Sure, no problem. Robot's turn. That's on you, Jason.
Sorry. Go to bed. Yes. I'll be there in a minute.
Is Robot laying down to have a sleep? Wonderful.
We usually take the naps after the fight. Robot.
Alright. Well, I think... What can Robot do? I don't think that's much. Okay, so what he might do is... He's going to move...
About that.
Oh,
He tries to,
yep.
but finds that his feet are quite firmly stuck to the ground. At least his boots are.
Oh shit, Isaac brings up a point. How did I cast spiritual weapon when I need my hands free for the spell?
Ooh, got you.
Okay,
Sorry,
well,
guys.
Yeah, no. Good call.
Damn it. I didn't
Very
think
good call. Thanks, Isaac. Very good call. So there would have been no spiritual weapon. Would you have liked to have done anything else with your bonus action instead? I'll allow you to rage or something else if you like.
Could he have
Well,
used
Unless you have, do you have walk up?
with his trunk?
Actually, that's a very good point. No, I mean, they need digits.
Okay.
But, Jeff, do you have Warcaster? The feat.
Warcaster. Feet
Yeah.
Warcaster.
If you have the Warcaster feat, then you can do the somatic components of spells with weapons in hand, and I'll allow you to do that with the stick by waving that in a similar motion to what you would do with a weapon.
Here we go. I definitely do not have that.
Okay, then no spiritual weapon for you. Sorry.
Okay, it's not really worth going ragey now because I've already taken my attack, so there's not
Sure.
much.
Not a problem.
How far did we say the helpful action was? It's gone out of here.
30 feet, I believe.
Is it 30 feet?
Yep.
So well too far away to fucking do anything at all. In that case, he's just gonna go, man, I'm stuck. I can't seem to walk. And that'll be it.
Sweet.
Robar said that?
Yeah.
Yep.
See, isn't he standing right next to me? Isn't this Robar?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Wait, what is he stuck to? Can I see what he's stuck to?
Nothing. I went to walk and couldn't.
His boots seem to be stuck when he tries to walk. They're like stuck in or on the ground. You can suss it out on your turn. Eric is going to look like he's about to begin to move forward and have similar kind of problem. Without thinking about it too much, he's gonna try and just wrench his foot loose of whatever it's stuck to. Let's see how he does. He can't get free. He starts to appear a bit frustrated. He's like, "Oh, guys, I don't like this. This isn't supposed to happen. I'm stuck too."
We are in a sticky situation.
Ralph, it's your turn.
I mean, everybody seems to be stuck on the ground. I'm just gonna use my legs to kind of move bucket a little bit to see if her feet come loose from the ground. Not to actually like move her off turn, but more like an investigation on my turn.
Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation for me.
Yeah. You should be able to get her to paw at the ground or something.
Uh-huh. So I rolled a 4.
I mean, seems to be able to move. Like her knees flex, her shoulders kind of, like at least you think so. You think so.
Yeah. Nobody's being attacked or anything though. I'm just gonna stay here. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do, so I'm just gonna sit back and that's my turn.
Taiji.
Right. Taiji. Now, Taji's going to try and walk forward as well. I do have a ring of water walking, which I'm hoping is going to allow me to walk for an hour. So I'll be on top of...
Your feet are also similarly planted firmly to the ground.
Okay, in that case, right in front of me, I'm going to just stick my hands out, and you'll just see some glowiness coming from my fingers, and then all of a sudden I'm going to sacred flame the ground in front of me.
Okay, no problem. Roll me some damage on Sacred Flame.
15.
The ground beneath you trembles, and then, and especially where you strike it, it's like kind of dribbles a little bit in front of you, and then give me 2 seconds, please.
Gonna be a fucking blob monster.
What's your AC?
21.
Alright, so the trees beside you, 2 of their branches sort of immediately become fluid and lash out towards you. One of them goes above your head, but the other one strikes into your side and is going to deal... Oof. 25 bludgeoning damage, and you're now grappled.
Are these mimic trees?
Sure, it's just the trees.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going
You
to
were already
cast...
grappled, by the way. You're just now also grappled by this quite flexible tree branch.
Yeah, and I
wrap yourself
cast...
around your waist.
When you cast spells, not using 3rd level or higher, you can increase level 1. Yeah. I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon and lash out at the tree trunk that's like attacked me with the Spiritual Weapon.
Roll a hit.
That would be a nat 20 for a 30.
Go ahead and roll damage as this thing smashes into the tree trunk, and you can see as it hits it, you would expect a tree trunk to splinter. This thing kind of wobbles and then just like blobs of brown, like, muck fall off the side of the tree onto the ground and then seem to get reabsorbed back into the ground. No problem.
Only did 2d8.
Did you just 1st level spiritual or 2nd level spiritual weapon, I'm assuming?
3rd level.
3rd level doesn't give you any more damage. You need to go to 4th level for that. It's 2 levels above to add extra dice. So a crit would be 2d8. Yeah, so you can just cast as a 2nd level if you prefer, or you can cast as a 4th level to get extra damage.
I'll cast it at a 4th level, but all of them are saying 2d8 on my spiritual weapon. As for the damage, 2d8 plus 5. But it says here, at higher levels, when cast using a slot of 3rd level or higher, the damage is increased by 1d8 for every 2 spell lots. But even 4th levels, it says 2d8.
That's fine. If you cast it at 3rd, then it should be 2d8, 3d8 normally, right?
Well, if I do it at 4th level, it should be 3d8, and then the crit would be...
I was wrong on how the spell read. So you did just get the 1d8 for the extra d8 for 3rd level, because it's a 2nd level spell, right? That does normally does how many? 2d.
On a 2nd level, it does 1d8 on the spiritual weapon.
Okay, so third level is 2d8. So you just need to roll 2d8.
Two more d8.
Damage. Yeah.
It didn't roll. It should have rolled it because it said it was crit damage. It didn't, but it didn't roll the extra 2. That's really weird. So
check something. That is cool.
That's 23 or 1.
Yeah, sweet. In that case, a significantly larger portion of the tree kind of cracks. Almost to the point where it's not kind of realistic for the tree to be standing, like with the amount of trunk pieces that are missing. But it is still standing.
It's an Elton John tree.
Well, I sort of went for that branch that was like stuck to me, so I could sever that branch from me. So, because I don't think I could reach the actual tree itself.
I mean, your spiritual weapon could.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, it could.
And you said you were hitting the tree. You didn't specify the branch, but I'll allow.
Okay.
But you're still not going anywhere because your feet are firmly stuck to the ground.
Yeah, I know
That's fine. All good. You've now just got some of it sort of like hanging around your waist for a minute, and you see it just sort of like falls and then just sort of like becomes part of the ground. Maybe some of it wraps a little bit more around your ankles.
Yep.
That's me then. Similar deal with the elephant, except it's going to kind of struggle to move a little bit more than the other one did. Mammoth, sorry. Right, so it manages to break free and is now utterly terrified. And is going to dash. Well, it doesn't need to dash yet, but I'm going to need who's probably the most annoying. Yeah, so Bucket is going to get shoved.
All right.
Like a stampeding mammoth.
Yeah. She's not going to get moved because she's stuck, right? But
this be the end for Bucket.
Can I get a strength check from Bucket, please? An acrobatics, or an acrobatics to avoid this mammoth trying to move her aside.
Okay, here we go. 23.
Bucket does not move. And this is not because she's stuck to the ground, it's because Bucket does not fucking move. The mammoth seems like a bit panicked and scared, but not otherwise aggressive. Like, doesn't try to attack or anything. We're just literally trying to get Bucket out of the way so it could get through. And now it's just going to kind of stand there and be like, yeah, and looking kind of in a panicked, sort of way behind you guys at the way out.
I feel like Bucket like lowers his shoulder and like bams him in the the leg, the knee area, and then gives him a dirty look, like stand your ground.
Absolutely.
From down below, like you pussy, for lack of better words.
Have Bucket roll persuasion.
Yeah.
It should be charisma first.
All right, here we go. 10.
Reasonable. Reasonable.
What I think Bucket would have a higher charisma.
Me too. Me too. Because it's not charisma at all. She's casting a spell. She's fucking charming us all. Watch,
Love
she
it.
has like, nope, her wisdom and intelligence are bad. I don't know what's going on.
She's just got a Warhorse's stat block, except I think her intelligence has been kind of different, hasn't it? Should have been. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, it seems a little bit reassured, but also still kind of looking at the way you guys came. Kind of still wants to go. And then with that, we are back to the top of the round. Kadam, you're still stuck to a tree, buddy. What are you going to do?
So I'm still stuck to this tree, one hand stuck to a piece of wood. And at this point, Yahsob is gonna say, "This wood is raging me good!" And he's gonna go into a rage.
Okay, no problem.
And I'm going to do what one would do in this rage, and this time I'm gonna try to do the same again, but just a lot angrier. So a bit more of a shove in the left hand, a bit more of a smash from the right. Let's see if I can at least smash the thing that's in my right hand against the thing, and maybe I'm gonna be better off. But yeah, going to attempt the same thing with rage if I may.
Alright, so one whack and one trying to yank yourself free?
Yep.
Alright, are you recklessly trying to whack?
Yes.
Okay, so you can make an attack with advantage and an athletics check with advantage.
Okay, let's start with the athletics because that's fun.
Mhm.
Yank. It's not a very good yank.
You're still stuck? Wow.
This is getting shocking. Okay, so then the other one just that's right, it's strength. So with advantage.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, good heavens. This is embarrassing.
Oh my, really?
Is it? Is that all you're rolling? Like, that's the exact same roll. Except the opposite.
Well, okay. Cool.
So, this character's getting stuck in a tree. What should I do next? Any case, I'll pass
my
it
God.
to our other great mammoth. Maybe he can knock a tree over if he's really...
Well, so he managed to bust free of the ground, but again is a little bit panicked like his friend, and he's gonna try and bust out this way. And as he goes to go down you guys have no idea where that path leads. He gets to like the edge of it, and branches from all of the trees aside the path stop with past and we've closed, much like they're closed on up where you are, Yahsob. And Ralph, Taiji, you guys and your friends hear a similar kind of sound coming from behind you. You now appear to be trapped.
All right.
And then on that, I'm going to need Constitution saving throws from everybody. This entire clearing is filled with a seeping of spores and noxious, gaseous fumes from the trees.
Okay, I can roll that. And not get, God. What am I gonna do?
Oh wow, I can't roll from buckets from my sheet anymore for bucket.
Oh, really? That's fine.
Yeah.
I've got it here. I like the. Do you want me to roll it for you?
No, I could do it from the stat block probably in the in game, but
Okay,
on
cool.
my sheet it won't let me do it anymore.
Yeah.
That second one was Robar. You got a 7.
Okay. Oof. Okay, Ralph and Robar have failed so far. Oh, it's that second one.
That's
Bucket. Okay, Bucket and Robar have failed so far. Okay.
That's why I like rolling for my sheet. It'll say bucket
Yeah,
next to
yeah.
it.
Those of you that failed are going to take 23 acid damage. As the stuff that's coming out is more corrosive than anything.
How much damage?
23.
Everybody that failed.
Yeah. Everybody that passed is going to take no damage.
Ah,
But no but. Just no damage.
But no, but.
Sorry, it's not acid, it is poison. So any resistances may apply.
What about
At
Robar?
this
Oh,
point-
it's only on Dex. Don't worry.
At this point, I should probably reveal it in the combat tracker. And it's Bucket's turn.
On my screen, it shows it's freaking Elric's
Sorry,
turn.
I haven't clicked it along. There we go. Now it's Bucket's turn.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
cool. Well, I see this big mammoth charging at me. Just kidding. The branches that are closing behind us, and Taiji he managed to hit one, or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, you managed to break one off of a tree. And it kind of, when he did, it turned into like an amorphous kind of form and seeped back into the ground. Parts of it reformed on their way down around his ankles and have bound him further to the ground.
All right. So what I'm gonna have Bucket do is ignite her fire feet,
I like
and
it.
I'm gonna have her like trample the ground. I'm just gonna have her buck all around Taiji,
Yeah.
trying to stomp the ground out around him. That's my plan with her. So,
Talk to me about her fire feet.
well, what do you want to know?
Exactly right, how they work. They just do extra damage when she attacks stuff normally, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 2d6 fire damage on hit.
Yeah. Alright, so what I'm gonna say, and you're trying to stamp around Taiji, you'd be alright.
Because you're saying the thing like lashed onto him, and then
Yeah.
it seeped into the ground, but it's still holding onto his legs.
Yeah.
But it's in the ground. Yeah, so
yeah.
I'm gonna yeah.
Alright, so how many attacks does Bucket get? Couple, right?
One or two. Two, I think. Yeah, two.
So I'm gonna get you to make me both of those attacks at disadvantage because she's also technically stuck to the ground, but the fire feet are going to negate the fact that she would need to move over to Taiji kind of thing, you know what I mean? So like she's gonna be able to do the thing. Cool, that's one good one.
19,
Two, alright. Roll damage twice. That's two good hits. You seem to like strike into parts of the ground that are particularly soft.
So 13 and 10 plus 46.
So
Here's the fire.
yeah.
23 and 17, 40.
So you notice that when she strikes with the hooves and the fire burns away what's at Taji's feet. Taji, your feet are now free. Also solid buckets. Is that the entire forest seems to shake and shimmer and almost scream, but inaudibly. Like it's just
I
it's
knew
almost
it.
there.
We're in the mouth of a mimic, aren't we?
A huge mimic.
No, nothing. But that fire seemed to have been particularly effective. Anything else from Bucket? She can now move.
Yeah, I'm looking to see like if she has like the trampoline charge, if she moves. But I think it won't work because of what I'm doing here. But just her movement, uh, yeah, I think I'm gonna move her over to the other mammoth. How much movement would it take to trample around him?
Um, because she can do all the the leapy stuff. See that thing to the left of the mammoth? That's like it's either a raise or a dip. I don't really know which direction it's going, or a tree log or whatever.
Just
She
point
can
it.
she can just yeah, sorry, I can too. I have hands, I have a mouse. This thing, she can
Yeah,
just go straight. She can just go straight over that.
yeah. What I was asking was like how much movement did it take to trample around him?
Oh, I was just treating that as getting into melee range and attacking the
Okay,
ground at his
all
feet.
right.
So no, like 5 feet to get over there.
Then she's going to get next to this guy,
Yep,
uh, just in case he gets stuck. Try to get him free.
no problem.
That's
With
her.
that, it will be Sam's turn then. Excellent, thank you.
Okay, here comes our friend San. Um, and things are pretty chaotic around San. I can't help but notice. He's probably, I imagine he would have been on the platform and he's flown off, not walked off, because
Yeah.
that'd be absolutely insane.
Well, to be fair, no one knew that.
No, even
No, he
then,
did. But
he's so capable of flight. Why would he walk around?
yeah, it is kind of. I'm pretty sure a personality trait of winged kobolds in particular that because it's so rare for a kobold to get wings, they like to show them off, and they very rarely actually walk.
That's
They
what I
can help
figured.
it.
Like, if you've got wings, why the fuck would you ever walk?
No, I
Your,
wouldn't.
wing, your wings, your wings
Probably
are
because
tired and
it'd
your legs
be like
aren't.
exhausting.
Yeah.
You'd have to have like a bird heart, right? Every time you flap, it's like having a heart attack.
Oh.
Walking's exhausting too, just saying. But in any case, I am going to, in my deep rage of rages, actually try and shoot I should have thought of this last turn, but I'm thinking of it now. Shoot a lightning bolt. Well, not a lightning bolt, but you know what I mean? Shoot some storm aura lightning at the actual tree. Maybe try to aim for the bit around my hand, but I don't know how well we can aim these bolts. So, I'll just say, Cord, strike this tree! And make it roll a, dex save of...
Okay, Sam, that was a really nice impression
Oh, fuck!
of
And
Kazam.
not dumb.
I
Okay,
appreciate that, but
sorry, folks.
would
My
you like to
brain
shoot the
started...
tree or something?
Shoot the tree, yes, shoot the tree.
Okay.
Oh, God. I think I need another beer.
Maybe you
Okay,
do.
shoot the tree. No wonder, I'm looking at the wrong sheet. That's why I'm getting thrown off. Dickhead. Open up sand and shoot the fucking tree. Here we go. So, he's going to use his sharpshooter skill and take 5 off the overall roll to add 10 damage. And he is going to do it this way. So, he rolled a nat 20.
Oh, well, that's very nice. He definitely hits the tree.
Okay. Let's
Was he
see how
aiming
much...
for anywhere in particular on said tree?
Probably around about... Not... Oh, wow, he doesn't want to aim too close to my hand. Probably a bit below the hand.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Oops, I forgot to roll that as a crit, but that's alright, just roll again. Yuck. 2 1s for the crit.
Oh, wow.
I think that's only 6, isn't it?
It's 6.
Yeah.
6 on a crit.
Okay. Oh, plus the 10. So 16.
Yes, that's a bit better. But why is it? Hang on, I've got 10 on your dice already. Why is it only 16? It's 5 and 5.
No, not the +4 on the
Oh.
second one because he.
Yep. Gotcha. Sorry, my bad. Yep. Okay, 16 damage. Yep. So the arrow strikes into the branch and it hits right at the right point. That if it had hit like a little bit more to the center, it would have just hit this little crack in the branch that you reckon might have split it off. Nicely drawn cut, by the way. I appreciate that. That's well done, and that took fuck all time. I saw the box, and then I looked away to look at these rolls and looked back. Nicely done.
No worries.
Heck yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the arrow does really that much to it. Just saying.
Okay.
Like it does like go in, and causes the what's becoming, you see it's like it's sort of splintering like wood, it goes a little more like clay or something, as the arrow digs into it.
Try it again and see what happens.
Sure.
Oops, why'd I roll with advantage? I am just way off today. Go with the first roll, obviously. What's the first?
Another
Are you
crit.
shitting me? Another. Okay, so I'm not on the ball, but Sans rolls actually are.
Yeah. That's brilliant. He splits the arrow and actually manages some damage this time.
This time he does it a bit better.
And did you declare sharpshooter before that shot?
Oh yeah, like I said, do it again. So
yeah, I do
it's
it again.
actually-
Yeah, of course. Yeah, 24 damage, which is actually 12 because this thing seems to be resistant to piercing damage. And that is still just enough that like he splits that arrow, and this one seems to strike deeper into it. And almost like it pierces throughout the other side, and then you can see where you would expect a tree branch to explode. Like I said, this thing's more got this amorphous clay kind of thing. It just kind of like bursts, splatters a little bit of goo on you, and then the branch releases. So you're still stuck to what is basically a chunk of wood in that hand, but it's no longer attached to the tree.
Gotcha.
So good shooting, Sam.
Good shooting, San.
Is he moving anywhere else? Doing anything else?
I reckon he should probably move away from these trees.
Sure.
He's kind of flying in the middle of a lot of shrubbery there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just gonna get into the clearing a bit more, and maybe, what's his elevation at the moment? 30, let's bring that up to 50. Just in case the ground starts tentacling up or something.
Oh, you say that. As he starts shooting up, it's actually a branch from one of the treetops that shoots down towards him. For a 27 to hit.
Oh dear, that's a hit.
Yeah, so he's going to take you 27 bludgeoning damage, and he's now grappled by this thing.
Oh shit.
Yep.
That's mildly problematic. So grapple, like from this over here.
Yeah, either one. Any of them will do.
Okay.
Or all of them. Robust turn.
Alright. Well, Robot seeing this shit happen, just like looks around, he's like, oh well, pulls out his Morning Star and just smacks the tree next to him.
Go for it, roll an attack.
Let's get it. Let me. Oops. I'm having the same issue Can't do it out of my thingy anymore. So I will not spat that block. There we go. Alright, Morningstar, 2 hits. Ugh, that's a 9 on the first one. Nat 1.
Oh, I figured out what's going on with the Beyond. Or with
and
the
a 10. I don't know if you want to do something on that first roll.
Yeah, I got things coming, but what's going on with D&D Beyond Fizz? We'll come back to this in a sec. Is it?
No, it's that they're changing their programming language basically for their own thing, and they're not letting above UPT know. And they don't have an open API, right? So they don't have to keep things the same. They can change them whenever they want, which means we're always like a little bit behind when they do a big change. That's all that's happening today.
That's fair. That happens from time to time. Alright, so you nat 1, right?
Yeah.
So, as you swing at the tree and almost drop your mace, but you don't, but you almost do, one of its branches goes to whip down and slap you across the face. But it seems to overjudge where you were going to be, and it shoots out a little bit far to your right, and like the club following that you miss, you get the moment to you get an opportunity in the moment to, if you'd like to use your reaction, take a swing back at it. So it's rolled a nat 1. It's rolled a nat 1 as well.
Nice.
So you're welcome to use your reaction to take an A up if you would like.
Yes, please. 25.
That all hit. Smack bam on the joint of that branch and the tree trunk.
For 10 damage.
Yeah, no problem. And that again takes a big chunk out of the tree. And like you expect, splintering.
Hang on, what's the go there? My Morningstar says it's piercing damage, not bludgeoning.
Oh, that's a problem because Morningstars have the spiky bits.
So that'll be halved.
So, yeah.
Or whatever it is.
A little bit silly, but yeah.
Yeah, it seems like there's a big ball in the middle that like bludgeons.
Yeah, I know. Actually, it should be both. But here's what it is. Say la vie. Cool. Robot whacks it. It does some damage. Not as much as you would have hoped.
Yeah, the second hit was only a 10, so I don't know if 10 hits.
No problemo. No, it does not.
Cool.
I mean, well, he hits it, but it doesn't seem to do anything. Like doesn't disrupt the form of the tree or anything. No wood splinters off. Just sort of bounces off with a resounding thwack. Okay.
Just with his not as an action or anything like that. I just wanted to see like with his passive or anything. Is that thing you put up there visible to him? Or is that not really there? It's just
that thing is representative of the thing you're fighting, which is all around you.
Yeah. Cool.
It's just something to track the life and have a token on the board. So I've got something for the tracker.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, sick.
That'll be it then.
No problem. Well, with it being Eric's turn, he's not keen on being stuck either. And now that he's noticed people have managed to bust free, he's gonna give it one more good old Giants try. And he manages to pull his feet free. Looks around at what's going on, sees his somewhat panicky friends, sees Bucket and Ralph have ridden over to where Topher is, so he nods a thanks towards Fizz and then heads down to help out his other friend and begins to attempt to calm her. So that will be his turn.
You know how you talk real slow with him? Right?
Yeah.
I was picturing his nod like down.
Perfect. I love it. So good. Alright, and it's now Ralph's turn.
There's nothing happening over here, right?
I mean, other
Besides
than the fact,
the branch is closed
yeah,
map.
that happened. Yeah.
But I mean, okay, meta. Is that just you saying that we're not leaving this map, or are we meant to attack that? Because like I would attack that normally, but I don't want to
Go
like
ahead.
break
Go ahead
the
and
map, right?
go ahead.
Okay.
You won't break anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
that's what you want to do, do it.
Yep. So, I can't move bucket. If I can reach with my spear,
Yeah, from there, you've got what, 10, 15 feet while you're
I
mounted or something?
I have 10 normally, but I don't think I've
Yeah.
been wearing my shield. I have not, so that I could get the 15 feet out of it.
Yeah, easy. You're straight around or over or under the mammoth, and whack whack. So go for your life.
And it is the piercing weapon, but
Yeah, but it's also it's only radiant against undead, right?
yeah.
Yeah, fair.
28 to hit.
Yeah, you definitely hit.
8 damage.
Yeah, no problem.
11 to miss. And 27 to hit. 12 damage.
No problem. So
Well, that's it for me.
okay, no problem. Damage applied, and you begin to start. You know, it looks like it's working. A bits are falling off. You can see through it a little bit more. You can see light on the other side. Might take a few more goes, but you might be able to make a way out.
Yep.
Cool. All right, Taiji, you're up, buddy.
Okay.
I just noticed you
Oh.
said make a way out. It wasn't really about making a way out. It was about attacking whatever is.
Well,
Okay.
either way, it's having the same the same as anyone else that's hitting
Fair.
it. It's not splintering like wood. It's like blobs of it are falling off and seeping into the ground. So you're definitely hitting the creature of whatever it is.
All good.
Yeah. All right, Taiji, right.
All right. So, Taji's seeing all these trees just like attacking from everywhere and just doing heaps of damage. Just double checking.
Before you lock in, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 20.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, you definitely would have noticed that out of everything anyone's done to whatever this is so far, Bucket stomping on the ground with fire feet has definitely had the most effect.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what freed you too. Like you're able to move now.
So, with that, you see Taiji pull out a wand.
Oh, spaghettios. Sure. Go ahead.
Alright. So, he's going to... what is it? 20 foot? Is it 20 foot or 30 foot? I can't remember now off the top of my head.
Fireball?
Yeah.
It's fireball, it's 20 feet.
Alright.
Radius. Placement.
20... fire... Now, when I do size, it's just 20. Is that the radius up there? Or is that...
Yes. That'll give you a 20-foot radius circle if you click circle. Or alternatively, you can go to the spell in your spell list and just click on the AoE picture next on the spell. It'll give you one. Yep. That looks about like a fireball.
Yep. So he's going to go up next to Kadam up here, where it's been hitting him.
And blast it with fireball?
And blast it with fireball.
Sure, go ahead and roll some damage.
Bring up.
That's your DM, Mark.
Yeah, I saw it. I haven't read it all, but I saw the flavor taste of it, and I already agree. Thank you for that. Oh dear.
46 damage.
Translation 92. Again, the entire forest shrieks in agony, and that whole section just melts into the ground. Good call.
Excellent.
So this mammoth is gonna muscle its way past Robot. It's not trying to get away, but it's gonna kind of like tuck itself in here, like behind Robot next to the car, and just sort of like stay huddled. It's scared. It doesn't know what's going on.
I can see the mammoth trying to like climb in the cart and just hide.
And, I mean, it's thinking about it. It honestly is thinking about it.
That's
Or trying to hide
hilarious.
underneath it or something. Oh, okay. Now look, I got to roll something. Sorry, guys. You just gave me the most brilliantest idea.
It's worth it. It's so funny.
It totally is. How much stuff you all got in your cart?
All of it. Not it's not back at the castle. Like it's that's our stuff.
Whatever you've got in the car, right? Whatever you have in the car, you just grab a where is it? Rectangle. Here we go. Whatever you have in the car is now spilled all over the ground there. Because this mammoth has like literally just like dove underneath it and kind of like flipped it up, so everything's fallen out, and it's like now wearing it kind of as like a almost like a howdah, like what Kadam's got, but like it's just hiding underneath it.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. Loves it. And that brings us back to the top of the round, I believe. If that was everything, Taiji? Did you fire?
Yeah.
Didn't have a bonus action yet?
Yeah. Oh no, my bonus action. Sorry, I still have my sword out,
Yeah,
so I'll attack with that.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just attack the tree. 3rd level, 4th level. What about this? Attack. What do I get? 15?
Yep, that hits.
Or 16 damage.
Problem.
And then that's it.
Cool. You can see now that the forest is starting to have trouble maintaining its illusion. Like now, instead of trees, you see bad clay sculptures of trees. The bits that you're touching or holding on to are no longer solid wood or it's like solid snow ground. It's like wet clay. You seem to be having quite an impact on this, whatever it is. Now, before Kadam's turn, but after Taiji and the mammoth, Taiji, you really heard it, like a lot. So it's I'm wondering if a 14's enough to hit you at the moment. No? Okay, so a tendril lashes out from a nearby tree, but it's a little bit. It doesn't have the luster or the vigor that these things once did. It's sort of like lashed out and kind of half misses. Slaps against the ground next to you and retracts again. And then it's Kadam's turn.
Okay, so sand being wrapped up in the bushes. Well, okay. So obviously I noticed the trees losing their image a bit and turning to mud. So both my hands, I'm guessing, since I've been blasted free of the thing, are still covered in a bit of clay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nowhere to wash my hands, so are my fingers still wrigglable?
No, they're stuck to lumps of clay.
Oh dear. Then,
I mean, not in any intricate kind of fashion, anyway.
what does this take? Okay. So that's purely vocal. It doesn't rely on any other elements. And it's an improvised weapon, isn't it? The clay in my hand.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay, then let's just try a first level searing smite and then clap. See if I can clap the clay off with searing smite.
Okay.
Better yet,
Okay,
how
okay.
could I do this to the tree? Yes, I'll
Right.
smack it against the tree and try to wipe it off while searing smiting.
Are you
Wait,
raging?
yes? Oh
Seeing
yeah, I
smite as a
can't
spell?
cast a spell.
No,
Ah,
sorry. I love the idea. I'm sorry, but you did
yeah,
rage.
I can't cast a spell, and I can't, yeah. And I don't want to disenrage, so...
Even if you did, you need a bonus action to cast a spell. So
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so... What I'm gonna have to do instead... Run around panicking. No, okay, so... I'll try and get away from the tree edges. Are my feet stuck to the ground is the next question.
Certainly are. If you would like to
Okay.
move, it's going to be an action to make an escape check.
In that case, I'll stay right where I am. And there's only one thing left to do. Since my feet are stuck to the ground, I'll angrily smash at that and cast bits of bolted, whatever's beneath me. Oh, then again, you need to be able to see it to bolt. Yeah, I can see the ground. I'll bolt
Okay.
the ground and
Go ahead
smash.
and roll some damage.
Okay. So how much is it to hit the ground?
This is your bonus action, Zap, which is normally a save, right?
That's
Your dex
right.
save or
So
something like
next
that. Yeah, roll
18.
damage.
Yep,
Roll
good
damage.
point. Okay. Rolling damage. Rolling damage. 5 damage.
Yeah, cool.
And then
That works.
smashing at the ground with my claggy hands. I'm guessing will be an unarmed strike.
Mm-hmm.
So here it comes. That's an 18. Here we go. So that's 2 bludgeoning damage.
I'll give you a D4 for the improvised one, using bits of itself against itself.
And I rolled 3 with the d4.
So it's 5 plus your rage, which is like 3 now, right?
That's right.
So that's 8. Cool. That's a lot to
Yeah. Something tells me de-raging and casting a spell would have gone better. But
you still have another attack.
I do still have another attack.
Or
I only roll a 14 to hit. But let's see what that does. Ooh, it's a 4.
4
Plus
plus
3 to
2
rage.
plus 3, so 9.
9 damage, yeah.
Chipping away, guys.
With my bare hands. Elephant hands. Has that helped to get any of the gack off my hands at least?
Yes. I'm going to say you've cleaned that up and you can now pull your hammer out for next turn.
I am pulling out my hammer, and I'm going to have a lot of trouble letting go of it for a while.
I fucked up. Hey,
Oh,
Fizz.
good. So it's not just me.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Fizz.
Hmm?
Can you just make me a single strength check, please?
Who?
You, Wrath.
All right. Strength. That's a save. Hold on. Strength. Now, is it a save?
Okay.
Okay.
Athletics, if you like.
Wait. Oh. Well. Okay.
Just add the extra.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. So on your last strike, your pike was kind of stuck. So you either have to let it go or you're holding on to it, but it's still stuck. You can try again to rip it out next turn. I should have taken it off you on the first attack. Because the adhesive. Yeah, I fucked up.
So question.
Hmm?
Is it stuck to the left of the mammoth or to the right of the mammoth?
To the left of the mammoth.
Okay. Yep, thank you.
Speaking of which, it is the mammoth's turn. And the mammoth sees you doing that and sort of takes your lead. And is going to attempt to smash the trees. It's actually, you know what? It's just gonna stomp the ground. Like, actually, I don't know if it's seen anyone attacking the ground. It's mainly seen you attacking the trees and that kind of working. So yeah, it's gonna try and gore the trees with its tusks. It will get a hit and deal 30 reduced to 15 piercing damage. But now it is stuck. And sort of pulls back out of the branches and trumpeting some. It's not super happy about the situation, but that's its turn. Alright, on the creature's turn, let me just roll d6. Okay, doesn't get the noxious cloud back, so in that case, what's it gonna do? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. There's so many of you. But there's only actually 3 of you guys, so... I suppose there's a giant as well. I'll roll a d4, I'll re1. That's going to be, in order of your appearance on Discord, that's going to be Taiji. You get one of them.
What, sorry?
You'll see. Oh, wow, you get both of them. Alright, cool.
Oh, yeah, great, thanks.
Hey, I roll 2 separate dice between all 4 of us to see who was getting hit. It's going to be a 26 and a 28 to hit as 2 more lashing, more clay tendrils now come out from a nearby tree. I believe they'll hit you. Unless you've got some trickery up your sleeve. Yeah, cool.
Right.
It's going to be 59 bludgeoning damage, and you're not grappled.
59, Jesus.
And just Bucket's turn.
Alright, well, Bucket will do the same thing. Gonna attack the ground around here.
Yep, no problem.
Keep going for my sheet. Disadvantage, I imagine?
Not anymore. She's busted free now.
Okay.
Disadvantage was because her feet were still a bit stuck, so she was having a bit of trouble getting the stomp on properly.
Alright, so 13 and the 25.
The 25 hits, the 13 does not.
Okay, here is that, and here is the fire. 13 plus 5 fire, so 18 total.
Okay, so roll 23 total because the fire's doubled.
Yep.
Cool. You got it down to a quarter of its health, guys. Just about. So, getting there.
Okay. Is this our friend's turn, San?
Certainly is.
Well, this time he's going to dispense with the Kadam impression, because he is wrapped up like a motherfucker, isn't he?
It's all about that.
Yep.
He's got a flying speed.
He's got a
by wings.
That's right.
And he's now grappled by what was a tree branch. That's now kind of a not quite so rigid clay tentacle-like thing. So I'm going to need a dex save from him. Because in the last few seconds since his last turn he got grabbed, he's been gradually swinging down towards the tree at speed. This is to see if he can sort of like roll himself in such a way to catch himself on the tree instead of take damage.
Well, luckily he's got a good dex, but not a good roll. 7.
Yeah, no, Mister. He's going to get slammed into this tree about, probably halfway up it from the angle of going boom, boom. And he's going to take 2d6 bludgeoning damage, which is a 9. He's still grappled. He still gets his turn. He's not prone or anything. I can still flap his wings about and struggle against it, but the momentary interruption of like getting grabbed brought him into this position. But he can't move, because he's grappled. But he's still got his action, his bonus action. He can try and break free with his action if he wants. Like,
how far is he off the ground?
about halfway up one of these trees. Oh, he wasn't even that high up. So how high was he? 50 feet. He's lost half of his elevation, so he's like 25 feet up.
25 feet. Yeah, that sounds safe enough, I think. Okay.
Hey, 50 feet wasn't
Something-
safe enough.
No. For this. Now, something a little bit off the wall here. Instead of struggling to break free, can he struggle to reach into where his pocket or satchel, probably a satchel?
He has no trouble doing that. He's not restrained. He's just grabs. Yeah.
So he's going to drop a frost bomb at the base of the tree.
Go. Check it out.
So, might not be the best thing for it, given it's frost. But
Look, it's a hit roll, right? But because you're just dropping it on the ground, which you seem to know to be is also part of the creature, you're not going to have to roll a hit on this one. This is just going to work.
okay, well, I'm still going to crit. Oh, you can't crit with it. Yeah, you can. Doesn't say you can't.
Go ahead. If you want to crit fish, go for your life.
It's a filthy 20, not a good one. So, let's roll some cold damage on this thing.
Why are your
6
rolls
cold
not coming
damage. That's alright, they're not very impressive anyway. And he can do that. He can do 2 things, including that, can't he? It's just the next one has to be an attack. It can't be try to break free.
Yep.
So...
How much damage?
Oh, sorry, 6.
Yeah, by 0.
Ah, rats.
Cold damage, right? All cold damage?
Yeah, cold damage.
Yeah, not bad.
Seeing that didn't work.
Hear me out. No damage, because it's cold. But this is some kind of a mud creature. And I feel like that would make the mud move slower.
I tell you what, that patch of ground under the tree where the frost bomb landed is no longer sticky.
It's now brittle because it's frozen.
Yeah. So if he lands there, he won't get stuck.
Perfect place to land then. Using... Oh, that would have been an item action. Oh,
What
shit.
would have been?
Dropping the frost bomb.
No, it's one of his attacks.
Ah, gotcha. So it's not item action, then attack. It's like...
Oh, hang on. Let me just look at his. Yeah, no, he doesn't have like that same kind of. Well, this is an ability, so give me 2 seconds. Frost bomb.
Be that he has it like on a bandolier or something.
Yeah, it counts as a ranged weapon attack. It's just one of his normal attacks.
Oh, cool. So it's
and
not
he has
like...
to be above the target. Instead of throwing it or something. It's like he's a dropped frost bomb specifically.
Well, in that case, there's no actual thing for his close combat weapon here. So I'm just gonna roll. What would that be?
Just use the longbow.
Okay.
Yeah, because he'd have like a rapier equivalent or something to give him the D8 plus his dex. So
That'll do. In that case, he's gonna try and just cut at it with his rapier.
Except his sword is stuck in the tree. Yeah, sorry.
That's alright.
He can shoot the ground from where he is.
Oh, yeah.
Well, nothing stopping him from doing that.
I'll do that.
He,
Do I have to roll again?
Technically, but to hit, technically he's going to be a disadvantage because he's like now not in the middle of the sky firing. He's like grabbed by the creature, so he's next to the creature.
In that case, 17.
What I don't get with this is if this whole place is the fucking animal or the monster, how are we needing to hit when it's just like, just throw something with your eyes shut and it'll hit it?
Because armor isn't just armor class isn't just whether or not you hit; it's whether you can get through its armor or its natural resilience to a blow.
Yeah. So he got a 17 to shoot at the ground.
Yeah, that hits.
And
Hold on.
another 10 damage.
Because we're fighting everything everywhere, he must be within 5 feet of everything everywhere.
The reason why he wasn't before is because he was flying in the middle of it all, so he wasn't within 5 feet of any of its like surfaces.
I was just playing anyway.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that did 5 damage.
Yes.
Well, you said 10. I halved it because it's piercing.
Yep.
Yeah.
5 damage.
Done.
Oh dear. I'm afraid so.
All right. It's 10 o'clock. Do we want to take a break at the end of this round, which we're nearly at?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. I'm not sure how much I'm going to put in you folks.
Let's finish this monster off.
Yeah. Robot's turn then.
All right. Well,
I mean, if you're not feeling it, why don't we just finish the fight and then end it?
I'm down with that. Everyone's happy to do that. I mean, I'm feeling it. I'm having a good time. I'm just really tired.
Yeah.
All right. Robar is just going to hit it with the Morning Star again because that's all he can do.
Yeah, sure thing.
For a crit, 28.
Robot. So that's going to be like 4 fucking D something damage, right?
Crit damage roll. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a 28, but it's halved with piercing.
Yeah, it'll be half the 14. The other deal I'll make you is that you can roll that again with D6. Well, that's roll 4D6 plus 3, and you can have the entire amount as you're improvising a way to use it as a bludgeoning weapon instead, because it's a fucking Morning Star. It should be able to do both. I'll allow it if you reduce the damage type by a dice type, and I'll make that for all weapons. Like if you can think of a way to, we used to do this in Out of the Abyss with Sven. If you can think of a way to, like if your weapon does piercing damage, I say short sword, but you want to do bludgeoning damage with it by like hitting them with the pommel, you can, but it all reduces damage amount by 1 dice. Okay. So in the case of this being a D8 weapon, it'll go down to D6s.
I'll leave that as it is for now, and then this one here, I'll be like, I'll hit it and it's not really doing much. This one here, if it hits, I will roll it at the lower one. Yeah, 25 to hit.
Yeah, cool.
So
Alright, you're going for those D6s. Yeah.
2d6 plus 3, so 13.
So that's an actual 13 when you do that.
13 bludgeons.
It seems so he manages to hit it with, aim the strike so that, he's hitting a branch maybe, right? And he can get it so that the prongs of the spike don't hit, but the ball in the middle does, It's just like it's a little bit reduced force because you haven't been more careful with the swing, but it works.
Yep. Cool. And that just gives me a great idea for our weaponsmith.
Very cool. Very cool.
Put a little button in the handle that retracts the points.
Yep. Okay. Eric's gonna run over and help out his little buddy Robar.
What would you just want a ball for, though? When you could have a ball with spikes. Then you got all that weight behind the nail. It's like the hammer and the nail.
Because when you're fighting skeletons, the spikes don't matter. So you retract them and just hit them with the ball, which snaps the bones.
True. Okay, fair. See it.
So Eric runs over and lays 2 great big smashes with his great club into the tree that's Got robot barred up. No barred up. Take some big chunks out. I think that tree starts to like fall. It looks like it's falling like a tree for a minute, and then it just like starts to shift into a blob and seeps into the ground. It's looking real bad, guys. Ralph, you're up.
So I'm gonna try something.
Sure.
Use my bonus action to extend or retract this sphere, right?
Ooh. Okay.
So I'm gonna try to retract it and just see if that does it.
That gets it out of the.
I'm hoping that it like magically shrinks, like, haha, right?
Yeah, gotcha.
Versus like yanks me off the horse. But I don't know because I've never tried.
Go ahead and roll me a d20, and on a 15 or better, on a 15 or less, it'll work.
It works.
Yeah, it certainly does. Yeah, bonus action, boom, and that's just it's magic is enough to overcome the adhesive nature of the creature, especially in its weakened state. Your weapon is free, and you get the feeling that now that it has been stuck and is freed, much like Bucket hasn't had any trouble moving since before, like it's probably won't get stuck again.
Interesting. The weapon won't.
No.
Okay. Well then, here comes 3 attacks.
Nice.
18 to hit. 16 and 13.
2 of the 3 hit.
Yeah. 14. Damn.
Ooh.
28.
Damn. All right.
That's me.
Cool. Getting there, chipping away. Taiji, it's your turn.
Well, Taiji's still got his wand in his hand, so he just looks up and points it out there and just goes, please die, and throws another fireball.
I love it.
Boom. Or 25.
Which will actually be 50, which 25 would have done the job anyway. So Taji, you throw this fireball into the trees, right? All these clay lumps that are trying to look like trees, and again the whole place shrieks and begins to bubble and melt, and you can see everything all around you now. The whole clearing bubbles and melts away, and it reveals that like there was maybe a 10 to 20 foot layer. So like that's what burns away around. It doesn't burn. It's like the burning sort of turns into melting and seeping and just like disappearing into nothing.
So we all sink down 20 foot.
The ground layer is much less. It's sort of like just surface level. Like that sort of burns away and it's just back to normal ground. But everything else is like a 20-foot layer around you. It just sort of melts and you're left with just a much larger clearing than you were previously standing in. And nothing is trying to grab you anymore.
Let me roll
Hold on,
this.
guys.
Let me roll. Oh, so fucking close.
What?
If that was one less, my wand would have fucking disintegrated.
I kind of wish it had.
Me too.
Nope.
Hey, you know what? I want to use my DM's villain token.
Okay.
And have you re-roll that, just in cases.
Okay.
I'll use my hero point to give a disadvantage.
Goodbye.
So is it over?
Yeah.
Well, can you tell us what we figure out about this situation?
Sure. Anyone is free to roll investigation, history, or nature.
Alright, all roll history. Scored an 18, but I think I can roll a d4 on that. Nope. 18.
You can actually make the check with advantage. Okay. Yeah, no. So Ralph, you've definitely heard of creatures like this before. You've never heard of one taking this kind of form. But what you guys just faced was most definitely a mimic.
It's a clay golem, I'm sure of it.
It was a homebrewed forest mimic, which was originally going to be a house mimic. Then, like, fucking, I can't be fucked dealing with houses, so you can just have a forest mimic.
Nice.
It's fucked up, and it makes so much sense too.
Right. So
Because
since
if
it
you're
was
not in a
homebrewed,
dungeon, where's the best place to get somebody on a trail?
right? Exactly.
Especially if you are the trail.
Yes. So it had an armor class of 15 and 400 hit points. It had multi-attack with 2 pseudopods that were plus 10 to hit each, 40, 10 plus 5 damage, and auto grapple. Its DC to escape was 20. Its DC for its other saves and stuff was also 20, such as that noxious gas cloud, which was like also like 40, 10 poison damage to everyone.
Was that like a
and that was a
legendary?
recharge 5/6. That was a recharge 5/6, and so yes, he did have legendary actions that he was using to do some extra pseudopod attacks off turn.
Mm.
And I whipped that up in about 5 minutes on paper before we got together.
Nice.
Awesome.
I thought it would be fun. I wanted to, I've seen all the different types of mimics and seen, like, the idea of like a tavern mimic or this, that, and I'm just like, I just want to chuck in a sneaky something they're not going to expect mimic and see what I can do with it. And that went really well. I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, you guys are safe, and you are still only a couple of hours from the stronghold, so we can pick up from here next week if you would like.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sweet. All right. Well, thank you very much, everybody. I very much appreciate all your time, especially you guys at home. Thank you so much. We'll be back next week with the next episode. Maybe these guys can actually make it to the stronghold and not get interrupted by my wild brains ideas. It's fine, man. I'm good. Thanks, guys.
Listen, if we get attacked again, the giants have to be able to see us by now from their village and come down and help.
Yeah, you would think so, right? You would think so. Definitely that close. They would definitely be able to see it if you got attacked again.
Later.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Very much appreciate it. We shall see you again next week.
Hold
Peace
on, let
out.
me do Elric because he's not here.
Watch out
Yeah, he
for
is.
drop bears, mate.
There you go.
There we go.